we seen the Ralph and...
Is that Ralph?
Yeah, that's Ralph. Ralph and Tony are fighting in the picture. We didn't introduce ourselves. Hi, guys.
What a way to start the episode.
Exactly. I was just shocked because
I just opened up HBO.
Yeah.
Or Max or whatever.
Exactly. I'm Milena.
I'm Lola.
And we are watching Sopranos. Yes, episode 9, season 4. And at the end of the last episode, we did talk how this could potentially, the thing that's happening with Tony having a girlfriend that Ralph was
Valentina?
with. I honestly don't know.
I feel like it's in Valentina, maybe.
It could be. I honestly have no idea.
Okay.
That can make problems between Ralph and Tony.
Yeah.
Depending how far things go,
Yeah.
We're gonna see how things are gonna escalate. You know what I mean? So.
And usually things escalate here.
In this show, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Ralph's time to go, or not yet.
I don't know.
I honestly have no idea. He could die in this episode. He could die at the end of the season 6. He could go to jail. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's
a character that dies.
Yeah, I completely agree.
He's a character that dies.
Especially after he killed the girl.
For example, Sylvia is a character that goes to jail.
Yeah,
you know,
or even maybe Ralph. No, Ralph. Paulie.
Paulie, yeah,
you know?
Sure. These types, I don't think Tony's gonna get arrested, you know what I mean? Tony's gonna die, potentially.
Definitely, 100%.
I don't think there's no way out of this.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I honestly have no opinion about that.
What an interesting way to start an intro. What an interesting way.
But actually, that is a thing that was the main focus of the last episode. And then the episode ended with Tony and Carmela again not talking at all and avoiding the subject. 40,000 at least that we know. Fun.
So fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in this episode. We could play.
God, do you know that there is only 5 episodes?
That's so shocking to me.
Me too. We're flying through this.
Again, this season, stellar.
Yeah,
a
so
stellar
far,
season.
Yeah.
If it continues and finishes like this, it's gonna be my number 1 season.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, it's a high fucking task after season 1.
A
high task. Let's see what happens in this. What is the name of the episode at all? I don't even know that.
Me neither, it doesn't say.
I guess we'll find out now.
We're starting our filming day.
I was gonna say it's
5:30 p.m.
Well, we were at a protest for 5 hours.
Exactly.
We just came back from the protest.
I missed the early bird special. I have chicken home the other night.
I missed the early bird.
2 meals out of it.
Allison, channel 6.
Allison, oh. Has he been shot? He got hit in the head by a boulder.
Has he been shot? I'm sorry. Everything that happens to him feels like karma, an appropriate karma.
A comedy.
Such a comedy show. And you know that he is how is this happening to me?
No, honestly, I thought he's gonna he fell and he's gonna hit his head and die or something. I was imagine this.
Feel better. Make sure Becky gets my chicken home. Corrado, he didn't get to the early bird special.
He was disoriented when he came in.
Uh-huh.
False team, but that's consistent with concussion.
Why don't you take it easy?
That'd be a Paulie told Johnny.
You think so?
Yeah, it's my success.
He's correct.
He is correct.
It was little Paulie, the witless fucking nephew.
Oh my god, he cracked
He
it.
told Paulie. Paulie tells Johnny. Fucking telephone game like high school girls. That party was the
Oh my
only
god, what's
time
gonna
I
come
ever
out of
been shot in
that?
the fat ass.
So maybe that fight between him and Tony is actually about
Green
this.
Grove, retirement home, something. Just connect me. What you doing?
Green Grove? He's
Talking to
his
mom.
mother?
Yeah, hello? I'd like to talk to a Mrs.
He's insane.
This feels like something you don't do in the mob world.
This seems something that Ralphie does.
Hello?
Honestly.
Hi, this is Detective Mike Hunt, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania Police Department. You have
Definitely.
a son, Peter Paul?
Oh my God, what happened?
His name is Peter Paul. Peter
We found
Paul.
him in a public men's room in Lafayette Park. I don't know how to put this delicately. He was sucking a Cub Scout stick.
What? No, it's a mistake.
After discovery of a small rodent in the rectal passage.
Oh my God.
A gerbil, ma'am. The county does not cover medical procedures deemed caused by criminal sexual activity. Section 4, paragraph 15. We'll need an insurance number.
I'm muttering. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, is that right?
Guess who came in earlier? Tommy Formicola.
Uncle June. Tommy Formicola died of
He really hit his head.
Not Tommy, it's your drooler's son, Tommy.
Jesus Christ, you had me worried there for a minute.
Oh.
I'm milking this thing for all it's worth.
Maybe you're not milking it enough. What's going on? Back here in the States, I didn't get on this track.
Huh.
Son of Gondor! The bow is meant to find the ring!
Do you know what they're talking about?
Yes!
Son of Gondor, no? Nothing? Doesn't ring a bell? Did one of the kids...
Oh my god. No, like,
Well,
my
that makes
first thought
sense.
was, like...
I'm sorry, I was too preoccupied with Lord of the Rings.
honestly, yes, but, like, the thing is, you didn't react to it, so I was like, oh, nothing's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
What to do? The boy, he comes to the house.
Shut up! Shut up! All right, nobody move him. Don't touch him, okay? I gotta get help.
Call the ambulance. What?
What is happening?
But who are these kids?
How is he?
Couldn't get any breath in his lungs for 5 minutes, so there was no oxygen to the brain.
Well, it was an accident, all right? Just kids. Ralph.
This is my ex-husband, Justin's biological father. He was supposed to take him to the archery range.
I thought like this was potentially his son.
Ronnie, I don't know what.
Me too, but then when Tony reacted like this, I was like, thought,
My son.
The night
Like-
before he has to go to your house, he can't sleep.
Ronnie, don't.
Son of a bitch!
Please, stop it! Honey, please!
I was gonna ask, who fucking gets them a bow and arrow that can actually pierce through skin?
Knock it off! This is nobody!
is this man insane?
Just fooling around!
Stop! Stop!
Our psychiatrist will testify as to your reduced mental capacity. The trial will be suspended, and the charges against you dismissed with prejudice or delayed.
How is Tony the one to figure this out, not the lawyer first?
How are you?
I just didn't understand what you were going through, Rowan. I didn't know anything. I was stupid. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's okay.
You were so strong when Jackie Jr. passed away. I don't know how you did it.
Justin's gonna be alright, Ralph. You'll see. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be a vegetable. At least I have a daughter. Ralph's all alone. I told him he should go and talk to Father Antintola.
You should.
He won't.
Here's another one. You should talk to the priest.
Is it true he took an overdose of sleeping pills?
Apparently. I also know that he and Tony are on the outs, but Tony's not talking.
Give the subject a piece of paper. Ask him to draw a circle, fold the paper in half, and give it back. These demented old bats can't do that.
Maybe you should just wipe your ass with that paper, then they'll know you're all right, Jim.
You think this is funny? I'm a source of amusement. I pretend to wipe my ass in front of people.
You are a source of...
Take it easy.
I live my whole life with dignity.
Svetlana, I've been wanting to talk to you.
Interesting.
I bring nurse. I don't come to see you.
I should never have taken your prosthesis. But it did bring me to the Lord.
You're a boring woman.
Love Svetlana.
This is Branka. She is registered nurse.
Branka.
Branka. Svetlana and Branka.
But like they spelled Branka with a C.
What's your problem now?
I think that's their mistake.
But she was so happy when Tony like
How are you doing?
found the guys to beat up the other guys that hurt her.
My son's lying in the hospital, hooked up to a machine. He never did nothing to nobody.
Our Lord gave his only begotten Son to suffer. It's a great mystery to us, why things happen as they do. But God has a plan for all of us.
Come on, Father. I've done things in my life that I shouldn't have done. He's making my son pay for it.
Would you like to make a confession?
I think I need a little more time, to do a good one. But when I'm ready,
I understand. Let's pray.
What is this storyline?
A scholarship at Rutgers?
That's right. In Jackie Jr.'s name for $20,000. And it's every year.
Ralph, give me a break.
That's not all. He asked Ro to marry him. She had the presence of mind to say no. Although she did say he went to see Father in Tintola and they had a long talk. I know what you mean.
I love that he says for the donation, give me a break, as if he has not done that like 7 times
Justin hooked up to those machines.
to clear his own consciousness.
Well, when have I ever asked for French toast?
And just eat the bacon.
Unhealthy, this whole obsession with your weight.
I wonder where he fucking gets it from. Is it maybe fucking you?
So, you know where I was on his 7th birthday? Sylvia Coca. I forgot to call him. My poor baby.
Seeing that girl you used to date, that, Valentina.
Insane. Insane.
I gotta ask.
That poor fucking guy.
Fuck him and his alligator tears.
Put his kids in the hospital. No fucking sympathy, huh?
That gives him a pass? I don't care if he's got 100 kids in the ICU with arrows in their heads. He's a piece of shit. You know it, and I know.
Who got you those no-show jobs?
I mean, he is correct, but all of you are pieces of shit.
I
Like,
know,
what the
but
fuck are you
like-
talking about?
And I promise you something else. On my old man's grave. I get proof it was him, he's a fucking corpse.
Nobody's killing anybody.
All due respect, D. Here's a line in the sand when it comes to mothers.
You lay a hand on him, and you're gonna answer to me. If you can quote the rules, you can fucking obey them. You hear me?
I'm going to say 3 words, and I want you to repeat them.
Let's hear
Boat,
this.
flag, shirt.
Boat. Shirt.
Let me give you a hint. We pledge allegiance to the...
United States of America.
I feel like this would be too
Who's
obviously
the President of the
offending.
United States? Who was the President of the United States?
George Bush.
And who was the President before George Bush?
John Kennedy. You know where I was when he was shot?
There was a fire at the stables. They lost some horses.
Paranoia?
She survived, but... Why did you tell me, Martha? I only back from lunch. I'm sorry. We did everything we could, but she had to be destroyed. She was too badly burned.
Ralph burned it down? Do you think Ralph burned it down? That was my first thought. That was my first thought. As like revenge for Valentina.
They found pieces of a blown out light bulb in a stall. And the hay was a natural accelerant.
The goat is fine. The goat is always next to Paranoia.
Hey, come.
Maybe it was his first thought as well.
My oh my. She's dead.
Wow. Oh my God, oh Jesus. That's why Lois called me and that 4 messages I got on the machine.
Sorry about the timing.
Oh, no, I actually just got some good news on Justy.
They think it's just gonna be speech. Life goes on, huh? One day at a time.
Lois said the horse was still alive. It was burned so bad that they had to put her out of her misery. At this point, the fire marshal says that it looks accidental.
What sick fuck would do something like that on purpose, huh?
What sick fuck?
Yeah, he thinks.
What?
That's funny about God and fate and shit like that. The horse gets better and we take out 200 grand in insurance on the race coming up. Suddenly there's a fire.
What are you saying? You think I had something to do with it?
I didn't.
What are you, a fucking arson investigator now? Come on. They said it was an accident, right?
But see, now that Tony thinks that it was him, now I'm not sure if it was him.
But like he does ask for specials in my opinion.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, I
suspicious,
know.
but the way...
You know, Phil used them in that restaurant fire. Excellent work.
You know, I don't understand you.
Okay.
We got lucky. The horse was no fucking good with the fucking colic all the time and the fucking bills.
You talking about? She bounced back.
This time. But each time it takes something out of him. Now I know it's tragic to think this way, but you can't argue with the fucking logic.
Jesus Christ, you did it. You cooked that fucking horse alive.
No, I did not. But so what?
So what?
It was a fucking animal. $100 grand a piece. My kid's in the fucking hospital. And don't hear you complaining when I bring you a nice fat envelope. You don't give a shit where that comes from. Don't give me that look. It was
He
a
is correct.
fucking horse.
He is fucking correct.
What are you, a vegetarian? You eat beef and sausage by the fucking carload.
Yeah, honestly, it looked like this.
You fat fuck!
Thought he was gonna burn the house down.
Well, you can always bet where you find Chris. I am so shocked.
This episode.
How did you even fucking say before this episode, I don't know when he's gonna die? This episode, you literally said it. I was literally, what the fuck did you say this? You literally said, I didn't know exactly like this episode, season 6.
You'll call me back from a payphone. Now, you got 3 minutes.
And I was like even thinking, at the soonest end of this season. Like Come to
our friend's house. Come.
Insane.
I am fucking shocked.
You know when they started fighting, I didn't even think. I was like, this is gonna put a wall between them.
Oh.
This is our reaction.
I found him like this.
Sure.
Guy was a piece of shit. Whoever did this should have happened a long time ago. So what do you want to do? Get rid of the body. When they find him like this, somebody, well, there'll be a major fucking investigation.
He is high out of his mind.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Nothing.
Do you not recognize it?
Don't lie to me. You're high.
I smoked half a joint before you called. I'm fine.
Look at you. Your nose is running, you fucking junkie.
He was the captain, T. He's the biggest earner.
You'll lecture me now, huh? You fucking drug addict?
Not me. But other people are gonna wonder.
Not me.
Up. Get the fucking mop. Get him draining.
I don't know where you threw that cigarette, but you need to get rid of it.
T, okay, I snorted a H. It was out on my collections and I just wanted to come down so I could get some sleep.
Ah! Holy shit! I had no idea, did you?
Of course I did. So I am scared you wouldn't know if he had your mother's muff on his head.
They're gonna chop him up.
I feel like my brain is not processing.
She said she couldn't have kids. This new doctor says maybe she can. I don't know if I'm ready.
Don't overthink it. You jump in with both feet or don't.
Are you processing
No,
these
nothing.
information?
Make sure you leave your phone number. With my schedule, I cannot look up phone numbers.
I'll tell you one thing. You can't be high and scared and have children.
How would they call him out the investigation? Like it was
What's the
over.
doctor?
It's
Once
It was
you
something
move my
else.
car away and put yours in the drive.
What now when you call it?
I'm gonna finish up with them.
like they call about the fire investigation. It was like not him.
That's gonna 100% happen. That's gonna 100% happen.
About this fucking guy came over. He was still moaning. Died almost right away. The ambulance wouldn't have helped him anyway.
What is this?
It looks like a curtain. So like they're just gonna wrap his body up in a curtain and this, and then start putting it in.
Heard about your horse, Sorry.
I'm sorry. Oh, the bowling ball.
The ball, yeah.
Go get it. Help weigh him down.
This is so much more graphic.
Can I tell you something? I have an idea.
What the fuck is that?
I'm so fucking shocked. So fucking shocked.
I'm sorry, but like he beat a girl to her death, continued working, but like a horse, and he's out.
I'm not saying I'm a saint. I've done drugs when I was younger. Your whole life in front of you, Christopher. You throw it away on drugs?
I'm not saying I wasn't saying the drugs
No.
when I was young. This episode took a turn. Took a fucking turn.
This is good.
Ground's frozen.
And there's Artie with 3 kids. Think he's banging that French broad?
You fucking wishes. Can you hire this thing?
You gotta put it up to move it!
I don't think he knows how to.
What is happening? He chopped the guy.
There's not enough prayers for either one of you.
Get leaves and shit over it.
Nobody can notice anything.
No, I would never have imagined something.
You learn how to drive one of those.
I can't get over this. This is the most shocking episode.
This is the most shocking episode
I
of the
cannot.
show, literally.
I
completely
I
agree.
cannot process this. The juxtaposition between what they're doing and what they're talking about and how they're behaving is
fascinating.
People could take it the wrong way.
What are you trying to convey to me here?
Friends of ours. Like it could happen to them. Without, the protection of the boss.
You're the only other one that knows about it.
We were right to disappear. You're right. For the business.
I was like, are you taking it the different way?
Hi, Mr. Soprano.
Can I have some ice cream?
What?
he's really selling it.
Yeah.
Mr. Soprano! Mr. Soprano, what are you doing? Come here. Come back here. Come in the house. You'll catch cold. Come on.
I was getting the paper. Just getting the newspaper. It's your fault. You forgot to get the newspaper this morning.
And my tea.
Is he actually? Like, is he actually not feeling...
How long does this episode last?
Right?
Like, I feel like it's been 2 hours long
feel like
at this point.
This is a movie.
Literally.
Too many things have happened. I don't know how they have just like condensed this
Like,
50 minutes. I feel like a lifetime has passed.
I definitely know it lasts for 55 minutes because I saw that it lasts for 55 minutes, but like, it doesn't feel like it.
Is it the girl he beat to death? Who are we seeing?
Yeah, it's the girl he beat to death. What an ending. God. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I feel unwell.
I literally don't know what to say.
I feel unwell. No, I have nothing. Like, you were talking about how, like, as we're coming closer to the end of the season, all the episodes are like more things happen, but like somehow
But can I tell you, it still doesn't feel like the storyline of the season. It feels like this as well, like a storyline of the episode.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Like every episode like has a concise thing that happens within
exactly,
it.
Exactly.
But like it is connected to like the previous one or like whenever the Valentina thing happened. But like
I know that Valentina, but like,
what is this?
Insane. What the fuck? What the fuck?
This day is too overwhelming for me now. You know
too,
what I
honestly.
mean? Because like, again, we were on a strike for like 5 hours. Like with 100,000 people. I came back to film this and then this is the episode that I get. Couldn't it have been more chill? Because like my mind is not like processing
like
this.
my mind can't comprehend what was happening in this episode while it was happening, you know what I mean? Like, thing came after the other and every single thing was more shocking than the previous one. First, some kid got hit with a bow and an arrow. I don't know
yes,
which one
bow is this.
I know.
Arrow is the one that flies.
It makes sense now. I mean, I actually know what arrow is. The bow is part of this really confusing me. Maybe if I said the whole thing, I would realize which one is what. Some kid got hit with an arrow. And then Ralphie came. And then we found out that that's Ralphie's kid.
Yeah.
And then we saw a completely different side of Ralphie.
See, that should have been the first red flag about this episode.
It was the red flag of this episode.
Literally, because
I was so confused and shocked in that moment. Like, what was happening?
I was like, interesting. We're like humanizing Ralph a bit. And like, again, my mind, when I don't think something is happening, it doesn't matter how many like foreshadowings you can do to me. If in my mind I didn't think that this could potentially be coming in this episode, my mind is not gonna go there. But like, it is a what do you call it? Like, it's an indication about a character's death if that episode like starts with them, with the show like humanizing them a bit, or like giving them some type of like storyline that's different from the other storylines they got in previous episodes, you know?
I
like
know,
that should have been.
Like, it really shouldn't. It really didn't need to for this show, in my opinion. Like characters like this who have questionable morality, let's say, can go through turbulence, turbulentic, whatever.
Yeah.
Paths.
Yeah.
Different paths. You know, it really didn't have. Like the thing is, with what we were saying, you would expect us to. You would say that like we were expecting for him to die. We weren't. That's the thing. Like we were talking about his death in the previous episode and actually the beginning of this one. But at no point I actually thought he was gonna die soon. Like maybe at the end, the thing is, the only reason why I thought he was gonna die is completely different than why he died. You know what I mean? Like the reason why we talked about his death in the previous episode was because Tony found out some intimate details about how Ralph likes to have sex.
Yeah.
So like I thought Tony is gonna belittle him and humiliate him, and that's why Ralph is gonna want to kill Tony, even though Tony is the boss.
Yeah.
But like he can't go over that, and and that's why Ralph is gonna die.
Yeah.
But like, you know, those are just things that you say, not that you think the things that you actually expect to happen. You know what I mean? So like, and even in this episode, like when his kid got shot, first two things came through my mind. My first thought was like, this doesn't humanize him for me. That was my first thought.
There's nothing.
I feel zero sympathy. I feel nothing. This will, because like you said, like what will this? Where is the story going? What will this do? And like, yes, they're showing different side of Ralph that like we haven't seen before. But like honestly, my first thought was this is not gonna do anything for me, for his character.
No.
It will not change the way. That's why when Paulie said all those bad things about Ralph, like he said them for his personal and selfish reasons, you know.
Yeah.
But like when he said it, like I thought, I mean, Paulie is saying something that I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
My second thought was that like to say, but like honestly, I wanted to joke. I wanted to say a joke because you said something along the lines, what is this gonna do? And my thought was like, oh, are they humanizing him before they kill him off? But like even in that moment I thought, because like we talked about killing him off, you know, he's gonna die, so like I wanted to continue talking about it, but like I didn't really mean it, not especially not because of how he died and because of the reason that he died.
Yeah, that was not expected.
But like I would just want to say that like I really, really, really love the way that he died and how the episode was like the whole, I can say structured.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but like it was, I would say, one of the most shocking episodes of this show, and I think Ralph deserves that.
I think
as
definitely
a character.
most memorable as well.
Definitely, and he is one of the most memorable characters. Like I kind of just wanted to say that like I think he deserved this episode to get this episode at the end of his character's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it was appropriate.
No, I think the episode was
insane. I can't say fantastic. It was fucking insane.
That,
like
what, what
the fuck was happening?
Like, maybe
you know what
I have seen enough. Maybe season 4 now has to go to the best season. Like maybe that's it. Like I am so afraid of the next episode. It's called The Strong and Silent Type. I'm looking at the
when
fucking
we
title.
read the title, I was so fucking shocked.
It on TV time. I feel unwell over this title.
You know, like because I would personally say that like this title would serve as a title of the best episode. You know what I mean?
Naturally.
Because like it's such a strong thing. It's such an important part of Tony, and like I mean the whole show, not just Tony, but like him especially. So like to name the episode by that sentence, you know, like it's very. I feel like it's gonna be impactful one.
Yeah. So like I think season 4. Yeah. I have nothing to tell you.
But it is the weirdest season in my opinion.
It is so
just because like those, like you said, like every episode is the story of itself.
Yeah, it's contained.
Like it has so many episodes that have nothing. Okay, there are some stories that are continuing, but like some of the episodes they have nothing together. You know, like have nothing in common with each other. So like I think the season is just like
all over the place.
All over the place.
But like in a great way.
In a great way, yeah.
Like I have no words. Like I think I mean Tony killed Ralph. And he killed Ralph because he thinks Ralph killed the horse. And I think as many other things, this show just like leaves you in ambiguity. It like doesn't necessarily explain whether something did or didn't happen, and like lets you draw your own conclusions. And so like I first thought, like when I heard the horse, the stable got burned down, I was like, this is Ralph doing this because Tony told him everything about Valentina or whatever. So like, and he does feel very hurt about what happened to his son, and he's going through something. Like something is happening to him because of this thing that happened to his son. Like he is having some type of like, let's say, like it, when something like that happens to you, to someone close to you, it makes you re-examine what you do in your life. So like he literally went to the priest and like he was talking about how he thinks that like God is punishing his son because of what he has done, you know? So like there was some type of introspection, let's say, coming from him. This is the most, let's say, humane or whatever that Ralph has ever been. Again, it doesn't change anything for me. It was never gonna change anything for me. I just thought it was interesting that like this is the point in the show where like he gets killed off. So like when they said the horses burned down or whatever, immediately I thought it was Ralph. But like then when Tony started thinking it was Ralph to the point where like he's gonna kill him over this, I'm like, well then it wasn't him. Then it was just like maybe really an accident and he dies over something that he actually didn't do. And there was like so many fucking other reasons why you could have killed him before because he's a bad person, you know?
No, yeah, honestly, like you when you said it, I didn't know what to think at that moment. Just like my first thought was like, just because I didn't know where the story was going again with Ralph's character, because like this episode kind of took a completely different turn, you know? Yeah. So like I didn't know what the show exactly wanted to prove in that moment. Like, and then I thought, yes, because we're like what is happening with his son, you know? Like, yeah. Like I understand mindset, like let's say when the guy told Tony that he is with his ex-girlfriend, like what he did, we saw that. So like Ralph could do the same.
Yeah.
Even if Tony in the previous episode pointed out, like, I already stole his horse, and now I'm stealing his girlfriend, let's say, So like he could want to give him back, but I just thought, like, we had just like the whole first half of the episode about how Ralph is feeling torn apart because of what is happening, and like it's not usual that we see this man show this type of emotions at all. I don't remember that happening in the show at all, so like that's why I didn't know if that was the thing, and I love that the show left it for us to have our own opinions, let's say, just because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like the point at the end is like what Tony did, and for what reasons exactly he did what he did,
Yeah, I mean,
he has nothing to do if Ralph did really killed his horse or he didn't,
Yeah, I mean, he has always disliked Ralph, and like that was a relationship that was not good, and so like this was the one thing that Tony needed to act out on his emotions over this,
I agree. But like even he disliked Ralph, but like in this episode we saw how he reacted, and Paulie said that he would want to kill him. Like he basically, I mean, the way that he talked to Paulie in that scene was very, I don't know what word to use.
Harsh?
I mean, for especially in front of the other two boys, like guys, for Paulie to feel bad, let's say, feel belittled. Let's say, I don't know the word. And at the end, he told him how Ralph is the biggest son, and that's why he put him on the place he put him as a captain of the team, because like he was the best turner, and he does not care. Again, that's fascinating. Even I think in this episode he told him, if I understand correctly, that he had to beat up the guy to get money or something like that. And Tony didn't blink at that, he was maybe mentally good or something like that, So like
there's no morality here in this their job.
But like it's interesting that like we come to this moment where that like we had with Tony through this whole show, where we see that how he treats animals.
Yeah, and how he treats like those who he deems are innocent.
Exactly. So like killing an innocent creature. In such a brutal way that like the creature was so burned down alive, that like they had to kill him. That's worth killing for. Like for his selfish personal opinion, whatever.
Yeah, like there has to be some type of like psychological study.
I definitely
on how people like Tony, and I don't think this is like a rare thing, but like how can you have like selective empathy, like to deem animals and I guess kids are gonna be innocent, but like not hold that for any other life, like not hold any other life as meaningful.
I completely agree. I feel like, and I think the show is going deeper and deeper into it. I'm just like wondering, for example, if it's ever gonna go if it's something that like he's gonna talk to, let's say, Melfi about.
I would love to know that. I mean, maybe he does talk to her about that, like in the next episode, like he talks about losing a horse, like he talks about that and like how it hurts him.
Those are the things that like I would just like, again, because like I think that is, he's a sociopath, I guess. I don't know. So. I don't know. I'm not gonna diagnose him, but there is something. The empathy is definitely lacking there. Like we see that through every single episode, more and more in the show. So I'm interested, is it normal, but like it feels normal to have sympathy for, let's say, animals and kids. So like I'm wondering, it would be interesting, in my opinion, if we would have something with Melfi, like conversation about that.
I would love to
where
know, but
she would talk more about that.
Because like I think that is like a common thing.
I think so. Sounds.
I need like some explanation to that, Yeah. And so like I thought like when they were fighting, I think that whole thing was done so well because like it felt like they were actually fighting. You know, like it wasn't any like, I don't know, like moves, no special moves. Like there are two guys that don't know necessarily how to fight. You know what I mean? Like it was, I think, very well done. It was so like just unclean and brutal.
Yeah, but like the moment when I thought actually he's gonna die is when Ralph took the knife.
Yeah, I was like, how are we going back from this?
And when he took the knife, that was like, I think that was the moment when I got so shocked, just because I thought, okay, then you're dying now.
Yeah.
Like if you try to stab him, he's stabbing you back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Again, he's not dying. You are dying.
Yeah.
100%. So like. Because just before that, like the entire time, even though while they were fighting, I thought maybe Ralph is gonna hit him and run away, or I thought like they were gonna separate.
Yeah.
Until the moment that he took the knife.
Yeah. I think like Ralph was completely correct when he told them like they're making money on this horse dying, and it's like it's a large sum of money. And so like if it was anything else, like Tony would have like praised him for this, because like he never cares where his other money comes from, and that money comes from him beating,
hurting, killing, doesn't matter.
And like I have so much sympathy for animals. Like animals have done nothing, and like you harming animals, you're a psychopath if you ever do that. But also like if you put a human life or an animal's life, I unfortunately have to choose a human's life over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. But like
definitely.
he just does not, like he does not care, does not compute. And so like he made such a, like for his line of work, like what exactly did Ralph do at this point? Like if he burned down the farm with the horses, the least of the things that he has done, he legitimately beat a girl.
But not in Tony's eyes. We are seeing that through the show more and more, that like there is only two things basically he would react this way. You know, that like he would not be able to control his anger, even in case that like he does know that Ralph is a good earner, because like again, he's in the business. He's not killing a guy just because like he doesn't like him.
Yeah.
So he is killing the guy if he deems him that like that he did something so, I don't know how to explain that.
Like he crossed the line for him.
Crossed the line, and this is the only reason.
I do think like Tracy, right? That was her name. Was like a big reason for Tony to not like Ralph, because like Tracy was also innocent in his eyes, because like he connected her to Meadow and everything, and so like you know, if that didn't happen, maybe Tony would not have been this close to like exploding on Ralph, but like that did happen, and so like it was maybe easier for him to now kill him because of this. You know?
I completely agree with that. Again, just because Tracy maybe not completely like child, you know, but she reminded him of his child,
Meadow,
who he deems innocent. So I definitely think that like he was this close to, like if the other guys weren't there, he would kill Ralph because of Tracy at that point. So I think that like that definitely helped in this case.
Them dismembering his body, me seeing a head, was not prepared for that.
I was not prepared. I honestly was not prepared that like his
I did not pick up on that at all.
Honestly,
I did not think that at all. I thought it was a real
like
hair.
Already. That's what I want to say. Like so many shocking moments.
But but like I cannot even react. You know what I mean? Because like they're taking off his wig, and what am I supposed to be like? I'm so shocked that it was a wig. He's dead.
And he's holding the knife for like chopping while he's taking a wig. So like of course I can comment on the wig, even though that is surprising fact as well. But like he's about to chop him off.
Yeah, like what is the wig? You know what I mean? Like I cannot even.
The whole like even that poor, like the whole, like first his kid, then him dying, and then dismembering of his body.
Insane.
Then Tony riding the thing, driving.
Yeah, I like the whole thing that happened after they were like getting rid of the body, like how they were talking about like Adriana and having kids and everything like that. After like in context of all this happening, I like felt like I was losing my mind, like listening to them talk. I thought Chris's like reaction to all of this is like so very interesting. Like he's so loyal to Tony, and like he. In his mind, you know, he's gonna follow Tony to death, but also he is afraid of Tony. and like of what Tony can do. Like he was talking about, well, the other guys might not feel safe like after this that has happened, you know. And then Tony tells him, well, you're the only one who knows this.
Yeah.
And so like I thought it was interesting, like when Tony wakes up in Bada Bing, Chris is not there. And it reminded me of the scene where Chris was with Paulie. And he was like, I'm not gonna fall asleep because you might kill me in my sleep.
Yeah.
And so like I'm gonna fucking stay awake. And so like I just think that's fascinating that like the only reason why like Chris would not be there is because like he would not feel safe being the only person who knows this.
But like I'm wondering like if anything's gonna come out of it. You know
I think the episode ended with Tony like stepping through the door into the light. And again, if or when he dies, he's not seeing any type of light, you know, but like still light always represents dying to me. And so like I don't know if this was supposed to be like what he did here is gonna like start a chain of events that is at the end gonna get him killed potentially, because like he has done this to the biggest earner. He has acted out on his emotions and like literally nothing else. Like Chris said, other people are not gonna want to follow him, and I think bit by bit every single one of them is gonna turn their backs on him again, except Chris. And to the point where like potentially he gets killed because of all of this. Not like just Ralph, but just this is one of the things that are gonna lead to his death potentially.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like just like when I said that, like what is this gonna lead? Like I just meant for Chris's and his relationship for both sides, you know. Like it didn't necessarily mean for the rest, but like I definitely this is definitely where Tony's character is headed towards. Like we see that through every single episode more and more, starting with, let's say, Paulie, you know, on the top of the chain, you know. So like, I think Tony's losing everybody's trust.
Yeah.
And he's gonna end up all alone again, maybe just with Chris. But like even that is very interesting because Chris now knows what he did. So like I would love to be in Chris's head a bit more, but also Tony because Tony got up very paranoid about Chris. That is also very interesting from Tony's point of view, because like he knows now that Chris knows, and is he gonna be afraid of Chris in some ways? You know, like does Chris trust him the same way that he did? And because of the sentences that Chris said, because like those sentences to me sounded like I think that, not only the other guys, you know. I think, but like from our point of view, like Chris is gonna follow Tony to death.
Chris says, but like Tony does not hold
That's what
him.
I'm gonna say.
Like I cannot tell you that Tony would not get rid of Chris if he thought Chris was gonna speak.
I could tell you. I
could tell you that he would. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So like, I think Chris has a genuine reason to be afraid.
I completely.
Well, Tony does not. Because like Chris will not speak.
That's what I want to say. I completely agree with you. Like I feel like the way that Tony reacts now.
Yeah.
It seems like he thinks that Chris would cross him and that he is scared of him. He doesn't.
Again, I think Tony is paranoid and doesn't trust people in general. Like he does trust Chris more because like he's family and everything. Like I mean,
because he can manipulate
he
him.
Trusts his ability to manipulate Chris.
Exactly.
You know, that's what he trusts.
Like nothing to do with family, love, blood, any connection, anything. Just because he is his Livia, he knows, he feels how to manipulate, he knows, and he's been doing it perfectly so far. So that's why he trusts him. Yeah. I'm really wondering if that's gonna change. Yeah. And is Chris is gonna feel that or something.
I cannot believe we have lost Ralph.
Yes. Let me just say, I'm just like wondering also with Chris doing drugs this much. Where that is exactly gonna lead, because like we see that like he cannot do this job at all, and he's constantly on drugs.
He has problems.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree with you. I cannot believe that like we have lost Ralph.
Like Ralph, horrible, awful, hated him, was never gonna like him, but I think he was such a great character. He was such a great addition to this show. I really
top top 5
Most
favorite characters.
Interesting characters.
By
here.
far, honestly, in this show. Like, let me just tell you, I still think that, like, Tony, Olivia, Chris, Ralph, one of the best characters, like, one of the most interesting characters in this show.
Definitely.
One of the characters that, like I had hated the most, but, like, had the most fun watching, like, have brought so much to the show during the time that they were on.
The most impactful character.
That's how I felt while watching them. So, like, that's why I'm satisfied with how Ralph died and how impactful this episode was, and insane again, just like his character.
It feels like it did justice to who he was, and I mean he died in a very violent way, and like that also felt like karmic justice. So like I loved everything about it. Like I thought it was so well done.
Also
shocking.
Also a small thing that like we should mention is just Junior. I don't know what is happening.
He's actually...
That's how it seemed at the end. Like, that, like, he's actually not pretending, even though he thinks that he's pretending.
Like,
because, like, it's not like the people who have dementia know that they have dementia. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, they know because they are told or something, but, like, it's not that, like, they feel it. I mean, they feel that, like, doesn't matter. They feel that they're forgetting something, but, like, I don't think that, like, he, even though he seems that, like, he potentially is having dementia, he doesn't know it,
Yeah, no. But, like, now there at the end, like, he really wanted to get ice cream and didn't necessarily know what he's asking for.
I thought that, like,
I thought it was, like, this is funny, like, he is really milking this or whatever.
Especially because we saw that, like, the police is watching him. I was like,
so it's like, okay,
smart.
He's really milking it, But, like, when he entered the house and you see his look, you're like,
so
he's
confused.
actually,
That's how it looked.
Having some symptoms of dementia or Alzheimer's or, like, whatever you want to say.
I'd say that, like, that is... I'd say that is one of the worst diseases that you can have, in my opinion. So...
Karma.
Exactly.
Karma. Again, for everyone. It feels like everyone's getting what they deserve. And I'm just here looking and excited to see what they get.
Yeah.
Because they deserve every bit of it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.